10 January 1966. 5 F-105 crews attack a truck park during a Steel Tiger mission near the Mu Jia Pass in Laos. Pilots dropped 750-pound bombs on the target. Small arms ground fire was sighted in the area. On 11 January near Bon Sang, Laos, 354th pilots strike bridges and approach roads with 8 750-pound GP bombs. An F-105 forward pod camera recorded weapon impacts on 2 passes. The second pass shows 5 bombs striking in the train bombing pattern. The next 3 scenes were filmed on 16, 17, and 18 January during airstrikes on river fords, underwater bridges, and their approach roads. The targets are located near Bon Canuck, Laos. 750 and 2,000-pound bombs were dropped from F-105s. 2 fords and 1 bridge were destroyed. 1 approach road was severed. The missions were flown from Korat Air Base. (22 January), a 2,000-pound bomb impacts on target during a bridge destruction mission near Kham Ket, Laos. The bomb was dropped from an F-105. (24 January), near a road intersection south of Kham Ket, an F-105 launches an AGM-12C missile against an enemy military area. A second AGM is launched during the mission, this one at a highway bridge. The target, located near Kham Ket, is approximately 3 miles east of the military area shown in the previous scene. 5 F-105 pilots launched a total of 8 AGM missiles at targets in the area. The air crews reported hits were scored on all targets. The photography was accomplished using F-105 forward pod cameras. February, 75 miles south-southwest of Hanoi, Phan Rang-based F-4Cs dropped 750-pound general-purpose bombs on a bridge. 15 February, F-105s dropped 750-pound bombs during a road cut mission near Bon Ta Viang, Laos. 1 bomb severed the roadway. 18 February, another road is severed with 750-pound bombs. This one near Muang Ga, Laos. February, 354th F-105 pilots attack a bridge and its approach roads near Bon Sok, Laos. The strike aircraft each carried 5 750-pound bombs. The results of the mission were reported as fair. An F-105 forward pod camera filmed the scene. March, 421st F-105 pilots dropped GP bombs on bridges 85 miles west of Hanoi. March, 2 750-pound bombs impact on a bridge near Dong Hoi, North Vietnam. A U-Bahn-based F-4C flew photo chase as an F-105 delivered the ordnance. 22 March, a pilot of the 357th Squadron in a strafing attack on enemy command post buildings near Tsing Quang, Laos. Pilots dropped 750-pound bombs on a follow-up attack. 23 March, F-105 pilots encounter intense anti-aircraft ground fire while delivering incendigel during a night attack on enemy trucks along a road near Ba Na Ke, Laos. 25 March, a flight of 421st Squadron F-105s dropped bombs on a bridge 20 miles west of Dong Hoi. April, an F-105 pilot of the 469th Tactical Squadron launches an AGM-12C missile, scoring a direct hit on an enemy building 140 miles west of Hanoi near Son La. April, a flight of F-105s dropped GP bombs during a road cut mission 15 miles west of Dong Hoi. 21 April, F-105s in a bombing attack on a railroad 35 miles northwest of Hanoi. The airstrike was aimed at destroying railroad trestles and bridges and at severing rail lines. Pilots of the 469th Squadron flew the mission. The results of the strike were reported as good. An F-105 pilot launches LAU-3 folding fin rockets, scoring hits on two large military buildings near Son La, 140 miles west of Hanoi. 30 May, a 3,000-pound bomb impacts on the Hue Hua Highway Bridge during an Iron Hand mission near Dong Hoi. F-105 pilots dropped two 3,000-pound bombs on the target. An F-4C forward pod camera filmed the impact. 5 July, F-4C and F-105 pilots attack an enemy truck park and supply storage area on the coast near Dong Hoi. Pilots dropped BLU-27 incendigel on the target and reported the complex destroyed. Following the attack on the truck park and storage area, F-105 pilots strafe enemy watercraft anchored offshore in the Gulf of Tonkin. An F-4C pilot filmed the strafe scenes using his forward pod camera. July, near the Mu Jia Pass in Laos, an F-105 strike on a truck park and bridge. The weapons used were 2.75-inch rockets, the strike aircraft from Tak Li Air Base. 12 July, a 3,000-pound bomb impacts during a road cut mission 10 miles south of Mui Ran Ma, North Vietnam. The drop was on target, severing the roadway. 14 July. Near Hanoi, a 3,000-pound bomb impacts, damaging the A Jia Railroad Bridge. 8 August. An F-4C pilot drops 500-pound bombs on the Nam Lan Bridge near Dong Hoi. 18 August. A communist MiG-17 is shown as it receives a burst of F-105 cannon fire 25 miles north-northeast of Hanoi. Shortly after impact, pilots reported the MiG burst into flames, went out of control, and dove into the ground. (27 August). 140 and 145 nautical miles northwest of Da Nang, F-4Cs attack POL storage areas. Intense anti-aircraft ground fire is visible near the strike aircraft during the night attack. The strike was flown from U-Bon Air Base, and pilots dropped Mark 82 bombs and fired LAU-3 rockets on the areas. The weapons were on target and results were reported as good. September, 20 miles west of Tien Yen, North Vietnam. Bombs impact during an F-105 strike on a railroad marshalling yard and POL storage tanks. The second scene is a repeat of the first, only in slow motion. Pilots dropped 4 1,000-pound and 18 750-pound bombs in the area, causing heavy damage. October, 60 miles southwest of Hanoi. F-105 pilots of the 34th Tactical Squadron dropped 6 500-pound bombs on the Lang Tan military area. Sporadic small arms ground fire is visible throughout the area. October, F-105 pilots of the 469th Squadron bomb road choke points 5 miles northeast of Ha Tin. Results were reported as target interdicted. October, 421st pilots dropped 1,000-pound bombs on an enemy truck park near Bon Sang in Laos. An F-105 forward pod camera filmed the scene. November. In the same area of Laos, pilots sever roadways with 750-pound bombs. December, 130 miles northwest of Hanoi, pilots strike the Lao K Railroad with 750-pound bombs. December, an F-105 gun camera picks up a MiG-17 as a 469th pilot triggers a burst of 20mm cannon fire. Hits are scored on the MiG fuselage and wing root. The pilot scoring this hit was credited with a confirmed kill. The action took place over Ha Gia, about 15 miles north of Hanoi. December. An F-105 forward pod camera records the impacts of 750-pound bombs during a road cut mission. December, near Ban Na Khe, Laos, 750-pound bombs impact, destroying a river ford. December. An A-1E aft pod camera shows CBU-14 falling on an enemy concentration near Bon Dong, Laos. The mission forward air controller reported the ordnance was on target. A further BDA was prevented by heavy foliage. Throughout the year 1966, Air Force pilots continued striking lines of communication in the north in attempts to disrupt the flow of war supplies into South Vietnam. On 23 April, the first of 17 MiG kills for 1966 were scored. 2 F-4C crews downed 2 MiG-17s 65 miles north of Hanoi. 3 days later, an F-4 crew encountered a MiG-21 60 miles northwest of Hanoi. The Phantom crew downed the Mach 2 interceptor with a sidewinder missile. On 31 May, the Air Force launched its largest single raid against a North Vietnamese target. On that day, F-105 and F-4C crews flew 18 missions against the Yen Bay military storage complex, 80 miles northwest of Hanoi. The air crews destroyed or damaged 116 warehouses and silenced 25 anti-aircraft sites used to defend the target area. On 29 June, tactical pilots destroyed an estimated 20% of the communist North oil reserves when they struck a POL storage complex 3 miles northeast of Hanoi. Air Force tactical pilots flew over 13,000 missions against military targets in the north during 1966.